So for today's discussion is all about teaching learning materials. So teaching learning materials are the various types and classified into various ways. So these have been stated as follows. So audio and video TLMS, textbooks, maps, charts, posters, models, overhead projectors, PowerPoint slides, computers, and other reading materials. So audio and video TLMS. So are primarily made use of in schools as well as in higher educational institutions. Audio TLMS include human voice, telephonic conversation, audio disc, tapes, gramophone, records, and radio broadcasts. On the other hand, video TLMS are visual or Bible prints, textbooks and supplementary books, references books, encyclopedias, magazines, newspapers, documents, clippings, other written materials, program materials, or case studies. So the visual materials can be two-dimensional and non-projected three-dimensional. Non-projected two-dimensional TLMS is a form of an image or picture explaining the concept. So audio and video TLMS is usually shown or used in other countries. We use it in the Philippines, but usually it was used in the preschools as well as universities education through the use of computers and internet. The students are able to benefit to a major extent. Next one is the textbook. So we are all familiar what are the textbooks are. Textbooks are the methods of imparting basic knowledge to the student in terms of the concept. These are written by authors for the learning to help them learn new things. The books are specifically written by the authors of learning a particular course is known as a textbook. It is an indispensable basic training learning material that is made use in schools regarding all subjects. In preschools, elementary schools, secondary schools, and senior secondary schools for the teaching of all subjects, textbooks are made of. So these are the examples of textbooks. Next are the maps. So maps are normally made use of defined way to a new place. Google Maps are used to a major extent to find one's ways around the places. Maps are scaled down representation of real Earth on the surface of the paper. Every map is regarded as the symbolized surface of the Earth. Therefore, it provides information in a condensed form. So maps are regarded as useful tools in every discipline, and especially social science. It is more important for learning geographical, historical, and economic concepts. Details in map at elementary level are kept simple in enabling the learners to locate places, different physical features, and to read directions. So, as you can see in the screen, this is the types of the map. The different continents of the Earth. Next are the charts. So a chart is a diagrammatic representation of a system, process, and historical sequence of the event. It is usually a representation that is used to summarize, illustrate, compare, and contrast, and communicate the other subject matter in a coherent manner. So charts are used in all subjects for enabling the students to acquire an efficient understanding regarding the concepts. Through charts, the students are able to acquire the efficient understanding and concepts. These are the examples of charts. So usually preschools, elementary are using charts like this. In high school, we are using models. So we can easily determine what are those models for and what are those charts are used. So next is the posters. So poster is the symbolic representation of single idea, concept, or perspective, as the single idea in posters is usually depicted in bold letters, are attractive and eye-catching. The poster are meant to be provide information among the learners regarding an important concept. When the teachers are required to impart knowledge among learners regarding particular concepts, then they normally distribute posters such as rural, rural, health. In posters, normally images and symbols are also illustrated. So these are the examples of posters in the preschool and elementary. So it is very eye-catching because the children are not into words but into drawings and colorful stuff. So this is for the preschool and elementary. Next is the model. Model is the recognizable imitation of real things or abstract thing magnetic. Usually a model is similar to the original object in every aspect except the size. The size of an object may be reduced or enlarged. When the size is reduced, the object is simplified to show only the essential parts. For example, globe is one of the Earth. It is simplified to show the essential part of the Earth or the planet. On the other hand, when the size of the model is enlarged, it shows the details of the object. So a while ago, I said that the globe is representing the Earth. So in here, we can see a model of a post office, a model of the different kinds of planets and the seasons here in the Philippines, which is the rainy season, dry seasons, and another country is the winter. Next is the overhead projector. Overhead projector held in displaying visual materials as projection on the screen. It is simple projector which is manageable to operate and is widely used by educators within schools, colleges, and universities. It is better than using chalkboards as it enables the teachers to talk about and show visuals at the same time. So this is the examples of overhead projectors. So we are not new to this because since we are we are the one who since we are the one who the overhead projectors are we usually use it in senior high school. So we are not new to this overhead projector. So we have fun learning about it since we already did this in the senior high and we already navigate on how to use this one. Next is the PowerPoint slide. So slides are effective. Slides are effective as they combine the advantages of overhead projector slides with the versatility of computers. Images, animations, and text can be inserted in PowerPoint slides, which make the PLMS effective and worthwhile. This can be used for small and large audiences. PowerPoint slides can be reused and can be used in classroom teaching as the individualized study. So as you can see here in the overhead projectors, there are some pictures. So that pictures came from the computers, which is from the PowerPoint slide, and it can be portrayed by the overhead projectors. So wherein the students can see and at the same time they can also hear some audio. So audio and video telemes, overhead projectors, and PowerPoint slides are we can find it in a one single place and we can find it in one single place at a single time, but it can definitely use in different time or different places without it, but usually they are inseparable. Next is the computers. So computers are regarded to be of utmost significance in acquiring an efficient understanding of academic concepts, particularly through the use of internet. The educators as well as the students can generate awareness in terms of various concepts, perspectives, and viewpoints. When the educators need to prepare lesson plans, then they make use of computers and internet to augment their knowledge. So, as the 21st century person, so we are used to have this social media. So, social media using gadgets, it so cell phones, for example, this one, it is part of the computer because it has a software devices or software. Um, it needs some software. So it has a software to run. So just like the computers, it has a software, and we usually use this to nowadays, especially in online class. Those students who are online class. And other reading materials. So the other reading materials refer to the articles, documents, reports, assignments, projects, newspapers, magazine, and books that are used to augment understanding of concepts, as well as generate an awareness among individuals regarding various aspects. It is an integral job duty of educators to get engaged in reading to acquire knowledge in terms of other areas as well as such as economy, politics, role of development, sports, and current affairs. So, teaching and learning materials can be found at schools, offices, or in our house. So we are not that aware that teaching learning materials can be found at our house. But simply, we can find it through our gadgets, through bond papers, through some textbooks for our children. And yeah, so that's all for today. So thank you for listening. Have a good day.